What's going on, everyone, buddy? Welcome back to another edition of the Daily Pulse with Rudy. Man, we talk about all the hot topics that are going on in the world today. Could be politics, could be celebrity gossip, could be celebrity news, not just gossip, but celebrity news, responses to videos. Obviously, we've got a lot going on in this country right now, so I'm pretty sure that most of my commentary in this topic will be more politically based and talking about what's going on in Iran and Israel and our involvement as a nation in this situation, this conflict, this war, for lack of better words. Video I came across today is a short video from the PVD podcast, Pat Bet David. And he's an Iranian and born in Iran, moved to this country as a young kid, a younger guy. And he had some choice words for this. And there's a lot of people right now that have these thoughts that, and I've seen it in a number of places, that the U.S. has gotten bullied into this situation. Can't say that I disagree. I don't know enough, but it seems very much possible that the U.S. did get bullied into this mess, for lack of better words. It is a look. Iran is a problem. Has been a problem for a long, long time. They would love to see all of us dead, but sometimes we're fighting wars or fighting battles for other countries that I think that we probably should stay out of, because Iran's not going to hit us over here. They'll hit us in our bases in the Middle East because we have a lot of large military bases in the Middle East. They will hit us there. And there's all kinds of opinions right now. Another video I want to do on this Asian professor that has been around talking a lot about the conflict. And let's take a look at this Pat Bet David video, though, and listen to what he had to say here. Oops, sorry. Not what I wanted to do there. But please do like, subscribe, follow, leave your comments. Appreciate your supporting the channel. Oh, I missed it. I forgot to put that up there. Sorry. My bad. Let's make this bigger. Take a listen.
If you're in this deep and this is what happened, there is no turning around. If you're going to now do what? Okay, hey, we just killed 50 of your leaders and relatives. Okay, guys, can we not negotiate? Yeah, look, come in and negotiate. How would you emotionally walk into the negotiating room? How would you be able to, you're like sitting there saying, we're going to take every one of these guys out. Do you think this made the Middle East safer?
No.
Do you think this just made tensions go lower? Do you think, and by the way, let me ask a question maybe in a different way. For us, we're out all the way out here in the Western Hemisphere. We're not worried about Iran. They don't have anything that could come to us. The only way they can, I know Iran's got a good-sized embassy in Mexico that they built in 1964 under the Shah. So who knows what they're going to be doing, their relations with cartel. You have a lot of different ways to come and try to attack us, right? But here's a question for you. You know, to the community that says Israel has influence over what America does and Israel's going to negotiate on behalf of what's important to them, right? Do you think Israel is sitting there, Bibi is sitting there, seeing where it's at right now, saying he feels safer for his people? Meaning, say Trump comes out and says, guys, the war is over. Strait of Hormuz, oil prices are not going to go. This is not going to be the tanker war of 1984, 1988. We're not going to have the prices go up, whatever, 400%, that they have to come in and supply the insurance. When we're going to protect, we're going to take care of everything. You don't have to worry about this stuff. Okay. And because he's thinking from what? Market standpoint. Markets down, midterms, approval, because, Trump's a data guy, so it's always looking at what approval rating and then China, he's trying to get China's negotiating going. But in this case, if Trump, my opinion, if Trump walks out of this and says, we went in, we did our part, we're scored away. Do you know who's screwed if Trump walks out of this?
Yeah, Israel's
one country. Israel is screwed. Now, Trump may say, you're not my number one priority. Americans are my number one priority. If Trump walks out, you just dropped the bomb, killed 50 of the biggest leaders, and they're your neighbors. And they've said in the next 25 years, we're going to do everything we can in our power. He said this in 2015. Khamenei said to make sure that Israel doesn't exist. He said this in 2015. So he said 25 years. That's what? Between 2015 and 2040. You don't think they're sitting there thinking about? So Israel, in my opinion, officially, they've always been a target, but it just went up. So what is Bibi thinking right now? Is Bibi thinking, I got to make the phone call and convince this guy to continue to finish this war? If not, I'm not safe.
Yeah, he's thinking this is the first inning.
I think Bibi right now, Bibi's team is sitting there right now saying, guys, we can't. You think Bibi wants the war to stop? Mm-hmm. Guys, we got, let's go. It's like, no, not right now. I'm seeing what's going on with the economy. I don't think, the part where you're saying with the disconnect between the two, if this stops today,
it's worse than
first of all, if it stops today, it's worse for Iranians, the people who are there. It's terrible for Israel. I think it's terrible for Israel first and the Iranians. Those will be a tide for me. But Trump may simply say, look, man, that's your problem. We did our part. We gave you the intel. If you want to wrap it up, you have the opportunity to defend yourself. But I'm not going to come out here and screw up my deals that I'm trying to do with Russia, with China, with Putin, with Xi. Xi's coming. They're having a meeting end of the month, I think. March 31st, they got a meeting that's scheduled, if I'm not mistaken. I think the country that it's in the worst situation today, if this stops, I think, in my opinion, is Israel's first. If you're in this deep.
That's right. I'm sorry. I'm sorry about that, folks. I'm trying. My gosh, I have it literally on mute on Facebook, and it keeps unmuting itself. My apologies. But so listen here. Very, very interesting commentary from Patrick but David. Do check out his channel, PBD, Valuetainment. Let me tell you something. Again, I'm not an expert on international relations. I'm not an expert on any of this stuff, but I am an expert on the United States. I do understand the United States economy, and I do understand the cost of this war so far. It's cost approximately $4 billion already. That is reported. Approximately $4 billion. Um, as I've never thought from the perspective personally of what it costs, like the governmental cost and governmental spending, because I just think they just reprint money. That's typically what they do. It's what's been done for quite some time. They create these budgets that are whatever, print some more cash and call it a day. Now, that is the great question, a great commentary that he brought up. What will happen if Trump says, I'm done? And being the thought is that Israel bullied us into this thing right now, that we probably shouldn't even be in it. If he says, I'm done, then Israel's got a real big problem. Got a real big problem because Iran hates them. The leadership hates them. And it could be very, very ugly. So definitely Bibi Netanyahu wants to keep the United States involved, needs the U.S. to be involved. And you got to wonder how Trump's going to react, because let me tell you right now, look, cost of food is through the roof. The cost of gas here in Florida, in South Florida, just went up by $1. Last week it was like $2.79. I just got gas today. It was $3.75, $3.79. I didn't even fill my tank up. I was like, I put $20 in. I don't drive enough to care. I do care, but I don't drive enough that I'm going to fill up my tank. I'll wait another week to see if the gas comes back down, because when I got to the gas station, I was like, holy crap. And then my wife showed me a picture today of something that was posted that the gas in LA is over $8 a gallon. I have never seen that price for gasoline in my life. I don't know if it's real. I cannot imagine if it's real. But I do know that in Florida, we're hitting almost $4 a gallon, and we haven't hit that in quite some time. I'm just doing a little quick check of the price of gasoline. So the average right now is about $5.50. So I don't know where it's $8 a gallon in California. Here it says Secrets of Los Angeles. Gas prices are hitting $8 in California right now. Where the hell that in LA? Where in LA? I have no idea. But I tell you right now would be the best time to buy an electric car. Thank Goddamn right. My wife has one. I mean, shoot, I have a gas guzzling truck, but she has an electric car. She has a Tesla, and the next car we get will be another electric car because these gas prices are crazy. The cost of everything is crazy. I have teenage boys, and they're eating like horses. And the economy in this country matters. And Trump is a data guy, and Trump is looking at midterm elections, and Trump is looking at all these different things. And he is a guy who walks around with his ego, you know. So, but Israel would be in a big problem. So it's going to be very interesting how long this takes. I am back and forth on how I feel about it. I don't like it. I'm not a fan of it. And people, you know, whether you're Republican or Democrat, there's a lot of Republicans that are very unhappy about this. And because look, end of the day, this is our country. The United States is our country, and we have enough problems here. I've always been someone who stood on take care of home first. We got cities with a homeless rate that's out of control. Homelessness is taking over Los Angeles. You got Skid Row. You got homelessness all over the place. You know, people are starving. People are in massive levels of credit card debt. Um, People are losing jobs. I got a friend of mine who just lost his job again. He was out of work for almost 2 years, got a job, and I mean he's a high paid guy. He got a job and worked for 9 months and got laid off again. Layoffs are are rampant. They're all over the place. So yeah, it's a tough situation, but yeah, I think Israel has a real big problem if the U.S. was to say, "I've had enough," and back out. So yeah, let me know y'all thoughts in the comments. Hit the like button, subscribe. Let me know. Appreciate everyone supporting this new venture. This is the Daily Pulse with Rudy.